Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Today we'll be doing a quick sketch of the Spiderman Villan Carnage. So if you have your pencils all set, you're going to begin with a head. So an oval will do. You can make it longer, but if it's that shape, straight up, or you could put an oval and then put a line in like this because you're having him look this way. So then that, and that, that. So foreshortening will be involved. So we'll put in a big oval here. That's the forearm, that is the bicep area, that is the shoulder, and then we have the chest. I'd rather have him like crouch a little bit like this, it's more characteristic of him. And then of course on this end we have another oval here for his hand. So the way we're going to go about it is that I'm going to use a marker from this point on, and I would recommend that you should continue with pencil because it will be easier to rectify mistakes and things like that. So with the red pen, I'm first going to just sketch out the anatomy, let's say. So it's depicted differently in media, like it depends on who the artist is. So I'm just going with something that is not too bulky and just fit enough, because he is essentially he is fit. If not very lanky, but he is fit, so I'm putting in some details there for the delts. I'm coming in with his chest is like almost defined in all versions, so I'm going to go with a bit of that. I'm going to round off with the shoulder right there, and then I'm going to come in and try to put it to effect some of that apparatus of the midsection that makes him look that fit. So I'm just putting in some basic abs and whatnot. So the other arm is tucked behind, and I'm going to go like this. But now here is where we can go full out and have fun with this character, pretty much just like Venom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course there's the thumb. So I have chosen to go all the way out and bring in those fingers like long, because what they call the alien symbiotes do not necessarily maintain a shape that is forthcoming of human anatomy. Not always. There are some wild discrepancies in the anatomy there. So we will be able to make this more clear as we go, but this is 1, 2, 3, and of course, sorry, I forgot to count that one, 4, 5. So the fingers and the thumbs showing right there. Let's give him a collarbone quickly, and this will of course go up like that. And then again we can go as crazy as we want with all of this. So I'm going to actually change my path here a little bit, and I'm going to have him look up rather than down. So I'm going to go nice and long in pulling his mouth apart right there. And of course then there are the Venom like huge white eyes, so you can only show, we are only showing one from this angle. Bit of the cheekbone, although he doesn't have one. And then again over here the same exercise, but we will do some foreshortening in the sense that his hand is a bit curled up, well, pretty much like this, just slightly different. So one, you could draw in the fingers first if you wish. Two, join those here. Then three, to finish the hand off there. And then of course four. So a very menacing type of character design. And now what I'm going to do is, that is the basic sketch of Carnage, but what I'll just do is I'll just quickly go in and use that same red, and I would recommend that you could also do this because Carnage is red, and if you're just going with a core basic sketch just to test the waters with this character, I would really recommend that you can also go with a crayon instead of a marker, because marker, again, there's no room for too many mistakes when it comes to a marker. So I'm just putting out some muscle tones along Carnage as I am. And then I'll put in some reds right there for his long extended fingers. And leave some white there for the fingers to have their room to do all of Carnage's dirty work. And then you see that we are doing a sketch, not essentially a full-fledged commission or work, so we will just go through it as quickly as we can and yet just slow down a bit to flesh out some of the more subtle details of the image. And again, some chest structure, and with the abs, the same exact exercise. I'm just putting in all the reds as I'm going along, and you could actually Google different images and see, because he is not necessarily depicted the same way. Again, that is the whole fun of drawing a character like this, or Venom for that matter, because there's no real coherent anatomy that they have to adhere to. Of course, it's good to have the core anatomy always going, and that actually gives it a sense of a humanoid appearance, and which is hence the arms and the legs. And what it suggests is that since the host is human, that is why there is the human anatomy going. So that is the red in Carnage, and you will see in a moment why this character is like so much fun to draw. So I'm just putting in, excuse me, I'm going to grab a different marker. And put on back. I'm just going to put in some crosshatch. Now you do not necessarily have to do this, because quite a lot of the crosshatch you will see will get engulfed by our next step, and that will be putting in the other main feature of this guy in, and that is we are talking about the black of the symbiote, as they call it. So again, not too many details, but just a bit of crosshatch here and there, perhaps in there a little bit, and do this over here. Okay, so it would be nice to have some of those lines going here. And then of course there is the red of the character. Now I have to make sure of one more thing actually, and that is that he has tendrils going all over the body. Now the best way to do it is that remember that there's no rhyme and reason, and it's just like either flames, or as if you were throwing a vat of paint into the air, and you can have all these little stretches of symbiote going from pretty much anywhere in his body. To make the image as clean as possible, I have refrained from going around yet, but we will in a second, as you will see, also utilize that angle for the fun of it. And then we hit the black marker, and in this we're going to flesh out the remainder of this guy. So I'm first just putting in some quick essential inks, just so that some of the core anatomy remains defined. It does not hurt to put in some black here and then just try to fade it out, maybe just for the effect of it. Some shadow here won't hurt, shadow right under his chin won't hurt. Course, playing with some shadows here and there when it comes to his fingers. Now I have gone the harder route. You could make it into a fist and it will be less complicated, but at the same time you can have more fun if they look and appear this way. So hence my choice of the pose in this matter. Putting in some black right there just to adhere to the light that is falling in against the sky. Just coloring around the Okay, so now what we are going to do is going to grab another marker and just go wild with all the black, but I would encourage that you should try to maintain that flow right along the anatomy, and that's going to look much better. So for example, longer stretches perhaps along the pecs might look better instead of shorter ones, and then have like some of the black tendrils themselves going out as well, to make that a little darker there. So you could even have black and red intertwined, and that'll be a lot of fun too to work with in that matter. And just coloring in some black here around the hand. And again along the bicep, perhaps go like this a little bit, along the forearm, go like that, like so, right along the shape of this guy. That is the important thing that will keep him together. And again, so around here I would prefer to go like top to bottom. I think it's going to look better in terms of the anatomy and the layout, the flow, and maybe have some stray like symbiote lines go along elsewhere. We are pretty much done. So that is our essential quick sketch of Carnage. So please do check out the design and yourself and choose your own path in working him out. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe, keep in touch. Have yourself a wonderful day.